February 28, 1943. It's 2:30 in the morning, deep inside a frozen Norwegian mountain. In the basement of a heavily guarded hydroelectric plant, 5 men stand silently in front of 18 steel cylinders. Each one is producing something the Nazis desperately need: heavy water, a critical ingredient for building a nuclear bomb. Outside, more than 100 German soldiers guard what they believe is an impenetrable fortress. Mines, mountains, patrols, everything designed to keep enemies out. But somehow, these 5 men are already inside. One of them kneels down and carefully places an explosive charge against the metal casing of a cylinder. He knows exactly where to put it, the weakest point, because the blueprints were drawn by the very man who designed this facility. One by one, they attach charges to all 18 units. Every fuse is cut to just 30 seconds. Nearby, a Norwegian night watchman lies face down on the floor. He saw them. He heard them speak his language, and he made a choice: to stay silent. It fails for one brief second. Time freezes. Then he lights another. This time the fuse catches. 30 seconds. No panic. No running. Running makes noise. Instead, they move fast, controlled, silent, back through a broken window, through a narrow tunnel barely wide enough to crawl. 20 seconds. They push forward into freezing air. They're still inside the perimeter when the charges go off. The explosion is quiet, just a dull thud. No fireball, no collapse. But inside, hundreds of kilograms of heavy water spill across the floor. Months of production, gone in seconds. What just happened may be the most important sabotage mission of World War II. But to understand how 5 men pulled this off, you have to go back months earlier to a room in London where a scientist is planning to destroy his own creation. Late 1942, inside British Special Operations Headquarters, men gather around a table covered in aerial photos. The target looks ordinary, a power plant built into a mountainside. But hidden below, machines are producing heavy water non-stop, feeding Germany's nuclear ambitions. Without it, no reactor. Without a reactor, no bomb, and without stopping it, cities like London, Moscow, even New York could face destruction. A bombing raid seems like the obvious solution, but one man disagrees. Leif Tronstad, the engineer who designed the plant, knows the truth. The critical systems are buried deep inside reinforced concrete. Bombing it would destroy the town and kill innocent civilians, while the machines might still survive. So he proposes something else. A small team, Norwegian commandos, men who know the mountains, the language, and how to disappear. But first, they need a way in. Months earlier, 4 men were dropped into the frozen wilderness as part of a recon mission. Stranded after a failed British assault, they survive brutal winter conditions, starving, freezing. And one of them risks everything to scout the facility. What he finds changes everything. A hidden route through a deep gorge the Germans believe is impossible to cross. That impossible path becomes the plan. A new team is trained, young, determined, and ready to risk everything. Their leader is just 23 years old, Joachim Runberg. Alongside him are men with no formal military background: teachers, fishermen, ordinary people turned into extraordinary soldiers. They train in silence, in the cold, learning how to destroy without being seen, and how to die if captured. Each carries a cyanide capsule. February 1943. They parachute into Norway in the middle of a blizzard. Temperatures drop to -30. Visibility is near zero. After days of searching, they find the starving recon team. Together, 11 men prepare for the mission. One rule: if anyone falls, the mission continues. No one goes back. 200 meters down, ice darkness, no ropes. One by one, they descend, gripping frozen rock with bare hands. A single mistake means death. At the bottom, they cross an icy river. One wrong step, and frostbite could end everything. Then they climb back up the other side. By 2:30 a.m., they're inside the perimeter. No alarms, no gunfire. The Germans guarded every road, but left the most dangerous path completely open. The commandos slip into the plant, avoid patrols, and reach the basement. One watchman stands between them and failure, but he chooses silence. The charges are placed, the fuse is lit, and within seconds, Germany's nuclear program takes a devastating hit. The team escapes the same way. They came through the gorge the enemy believed no human could cross. Not a single shot fired. Not a single casualty. Germany tries to recover, but the damage is done. Later attacks finish the job. Their nuclear dream never becomes reality. Years later, when asked what would have happened if the mission failed, Runberg gave a chilling answer: London might have looked like Hiroshima.